That's weird. That's weird. Kind of wearing me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode. What should we? I don't even. Are we giving this a number? Are we giving?
So I've thought of a thing to name this. I haven't ran it by you yet, and this is my terrible name that I've come up with. Monster of the Camp Mash.
Monster of the Camp Mash? What does that mean?
It's Monsters of the Camp, Monster Mash, but it's Monsters of the Camp Mash.
Sounds like we're running a place called Camp Mash. You all dress up like MASH characters and shit like that. Monsters of the Camp Mash. Well, David, since
pretty bad.
You are spearheading this, I will give you naming rights. If you'd like to call it Monsters of the Camp Mash, we can call it that.
Well, originally I was thinking we could do a new intro for this. We could get some spooky, scary organs and make it like Monster Mash. And we'll sing Monster Mash, but we're going to quickly throw in of the camp in between.
Are we recording right now? Is this okay?
Oh,
this
yeah.
is it.
No, this is so, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be setting up for our big bracket of the monsters of the
Monsters of the Mash Camp, of the Camp Mash. This is so ass backwards. So, yeah, you guys, this isn't a typical episode. We're not going to be doing news. We're not going to be doing stories. We are going to be discussing what David spoke of last episode, which is a
3 weeks ago.
College-style bracket of 64 monsters, because that is how many teams are in a typical NCAA bracket.
Yeah. So that's what we're aiming for. We understand you guys typically tune in and are expecting a very professional, well put together podcast. This is not going to be that. This is going to be real.
Stream of consciousness is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. So you're going to get down in the dirt with us. We're army crawling over the barbed wire.
You might like it even more. Who knows? Just like hanging out, like just sipping your coffee. Just not even just hanging out. We're just hanging out. We're talking,
We're just talking. We're chit-chatting. And, so we're going to be going through some of our previous monsters we've covered, and we're going to start working on building their kind of character. So we're going to do some reminiscing on some past monsters, doing a little research, typing up little bios, all the fun stuff. I'd also like to open the floor right here. I'm to the point that if we're going to do this, we might as well leave the floor open and say if anybody wants to just send us maybe some fan art of your favorite monster, then maybe we will incorporate it into this.
David is still trying to move on with the video aspect of this, and we'll see if we could do it. I mean, that would be a fun, little change of pace, and we could maybe like throw it up on YouTube or something, and then also release it podcast form. But we definitely have to mess around with that. So,
yeah, this is a real melting pot of ideas. We're just trying to have fun, just be creative minds, and watch our numbers plummet.
But during this episode, like David said, we're just gonna be listing off, going through. David's already gone through 1 through 88 of these episodes, and has picked
half.
Around, you said 23 monsters, I believe.
Yeah, 25 maybe. So one of the big problems is we've had an abundance of list episodes in the past, where you look at episode 18, I believe,
which is called Real Strange Monsters.
Yes, and I believe you covered the Japanese yokai, and I covered Norse monsters. And so we were talking a little bit before we started recording that that right there is probably 10 monsters that we could be throwing into this. And I feel like we need to take a little more time to look into that if there's some real special ones that we absolutely cannot miss out on. And then at the end of it all, if we're at 50, 40 something, and we need 64, then we can go back and snag some of those guys. And I do have a list of monsters that we have not talked about that could easily be added in. And I was saying earlier to Alex that if that is the case, then we'll throw in a quick little normal episode just breaking down a couple monsters that we're going to add into
Yeah,
this.
and also, I mean, if you guys think of one that we missed that's just like a great contender and we don't mention them on here, just send us a DM or an
Absolutely.
email or something, just being like, hey, remember this one from this episode? If just one comes off the top of your head, you know, like you don't have to go searching for
Yeah,
us.
we'd love to have you guys involved.
Yeah, so.
in everything.
And we shout you out if you name drop that monster, and so you're helping us out, we'll help you out. So 3 other people know your name. That's our.
And,
that's
it's
our
also one of those.
count.
3 people listen to the episode 100 times a week. But it was also one of those things that I thought would be really fun too. Is like before we actually start the fights, that we can put out a bracket. Like how people at work fill out brackets and they pick who's going to win what. I mean, this is going to be really unpredictable because there's absolutely zero, knowledge going into it because we're going to be using dice and anybody can win and there's going to be elements involved in it. So, there's really going to be no research on your half. You just got to go for it.
What we should do is we should, like you said, post a bracket so people can print it out and write on it. And then what would be I was going to say,
there's going to be a deadline.
Yeah, exactly. Send it to us in a DM or an email. And then I guess whoever has the most can win a prize. Whoever has the most,
wins a prize.
Or if you guess the winner or whoever has the, how does that really work? Is it if you guess the winner or if whoever has the most?
No. Whoever has the most correct guesses. And then it narrows it down towards the end. So, if you have, each round is more points. So you have the final 4 correct, then, that's more points.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, it's to the point that if, someone really knocks it out of the park, it's going to be it might be a bigger prize, since we don't have an actual prize in mind at the moment. It can be whatever. We might carve a canoe out of a dead tree. And send it to you.
Why does it have to be a dead tree? I feel like it's a bad canoe.
Because it's spooky.
Oh, okay.
And if we make a real canoe and they get hurt, we make a funny
if we make
canoe
a
that
spooky
obviously...
canoe and they get hurt, it's fine? If we know it's a negligent canoe when we send it to them, it's fine. We knew this was going to fall apart. We knew they were going to possibly drown.
Yeah, we can put it in the terms,
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so should we, David? So how do you want to go about this? You said you just ran me through it. So name of monster. What is it?
So we're gonna be taking down the name of the monster. We have their health, and so this is gonna, like I've said numerous times, it's gonna come out to be kind of like a D&D kind of situation. So
we're establishing the metrics for these monsters with you live on pod. So we are determining their health and their damage points or hit point. No, hit points is health.
So so the range is 20 health, 30 health, 40 health, and then we are going to assign a D&D die. I don't know if there's a more official name for the actual die. But we have a 6 die, a 12 die, and a 20 die. So, a stronger monster will do more damage.
And we'll have more health.
Well, not always.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There might be some weaker things that are, strong, but not very, physically strong, but not able to take damage.
Mentally strong. They're weak.
Exactly. It's all in the mental game.
They'll always go back to smoking cigarettes. They're weak. You can't quit.
You take a week off, you'll be back, bud.
You're not mentally strong enough.
So for the attack dies, we have 6, 12, and 20. And then we're going to have special attributes, which I guess we'll get into it. You'll see more examples as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
There's also going to be situational things like locations. So I am going to be putting together 20 locations.
Oh, he's excited about this, guys.
Yeah, this is. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this part because I will roll a 20 die, and whatever number that is, will decide where they are fighting.
So picture it like this: you're in like you're playing Mortal Kombat, and like there's parts in like the story mode, and then like when you go and you play, you go like, oh, that was from the story mode. So we're gonna have like little levels, like like when you're in Street Fighter and they're at the docks, and you're like, oh, they're at the it's like I don't know, it's fun. It's good
I don't think that is a great comparison.
Okay, Blanca's one of the monsters.
I would say in
I just don't want to give away your levels. I don't want to give away.
Oh, of course.
I just meant
you only know one of 20.
Well, yeah, but like, are you gonna say it or are you gonna hold it? Are you? Well, we can hold it a little bit longer. Hold the chest.
Okay. Well, so I was gonna say, like in a not super well known video game called Pokemon. There are times where you are fighting in a desert and there's a sandstorm, and that will affect certain people differently. Either boost something or take something away from them. And so, some of the locations have things like if the monster benefits from the location, they might get +2 points off of whatever they roll. Or if it's something that could hurt them, they might take negative points or receive plus points against them.
Or I'll give an example since I don't know any of your levels at all.
Yes.
If you're in, let's just say, Nutty Putty Cave from episode 3, which is a small cave where a man got stuck upside down and died inside a tiny little sliver in the cave. Maybe a smaller creature would have a bigger advantage than a larger creature because the smaller creature can get around easier. So a larger creature might have like -2, it might like knock some points off. I was going to say movement, but we don't have movement as like a metric.
Yeah, I was going to say if we were getting paid for this shit, I'd
build it
dexterity
out.
and all of that, speed, agility.
But it's just mainly going to be health or damage points, right?
Yes.
I mean, health or yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to be taking hits. There's not going to be much defense, to be completely honest. It's all in the dice. For anybody that's played D&D, you guys understand that no matter how strong you are, if you're just rolling ones, it's not a good time. So I'm putting a lot of faith into exciting rolls here.
This might be a nightmare.
This might be a total bust. We're trying something different, trying to mix it up. So shall we just get into it?
Yeah, I think we should. When are you gonna say are you gonna tease a level at the end? That's like the sign off. Is you're gonna give like one of the levels?
Sure, that's fine. I will tell them the one that I already told you.
Okay, cool. So David, hit me with that first one.
Well, so I was gonna say, do you have the list of episodes in front of you that you can at least cruise them in case I miss something?
Yes.
Okay, so episode 1, in my notes I have The Ghost of South Eugene High School, my alma mater high school. I don't think that ghost is gonna be a great one. Not a lot of lore, so I'm kind of skip that one. Mm-hmm. Episode 2, we have the Green Bean Kids. I don't think they are going to fit in very well. Like, that's not fun.
No,
they're little green children. We can toss them aside. You can yeet them out.
I thought you already have your monsters. Like, when does your first monster start?
Number 3.
Okay, because I was gonna say like mine has Annalise Michelle who is possessed by the devil.
Okay, so I had a long discussion that lasted all of 2 minutes with my wife.
Oh, is that because she might be mentally ill and that's not funny?
Well, not just that, but I think we're going to really leave out real life people.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unless it's something that's like really like lore driven, that's like, this is probably not true.
Like Slender Man. Of course he's a man, but he's also
not so much that, but I mean just like really like things that are documented, like these people have families. We're not going to touch that.
Maybe like DB Cooper.
Well, yeah, I was telling our good friend Kyle because I was with Kyle a few weeks ago when I came up with this idea, and we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, like it would be great to have like John Wayne Gacy get the shit kicked out of him by Bigfoot. And then Kyle's like, but what if John Wayne Gacy wins?
Make a valid point.
Exactly. So, like, we can't have that. That's not good.
You don't want to put a serial killer too much on a pedestal. You don't want to champion them, you know?
Exactly, because anybody can win this.
Yes.
So, as we are diving into our first person who I think we need to involve.
I know who this is.
Robert the Doll.
There we go.
So, we've got Robert the Doll. What do we know about Robert the Doll?
We know that if he's in a museum now under a glass case, I believe, but he's cursed many people. And here's the thing: if you say anything bad about him, a lot of people end up dead or injured.
See, I think this is going to be one of our first ones here who they do not. He's going to be a 20 health, but he's a 20 die.
Yeah, I would agree. I think he's a heavy hitter. I think he has a lot of supernatural power to him. He's very well known.
Weak. Very frail, very weak, but very strong.
Exactly. So out of the 20, 30, 40 health column, because like we said, these monsters either get 20 health, 30 health, or 40 health. So 20 health is the lowest you can get, which a little fragile, made of straw and paper doll looks like he's already fallen apart at the seams. Yeah, I think he would be. He has absolutely no defense. You could chuck him in a fire. The only reason he's still around is because people go, you know what? He's kind of interesting to have around. But you could. That's why I never understood the Chucky movies a little bit. But like, I still love him.
My dog would wreck Robert the Doll, and he's a 26-pound Boston Terrier.
So I feel like that's fair. I feel like very strong, but very, very frail.
Exactly. So that's a great example we're talking about. And we also came up with these health numbers solely on the fact that, if we did 10, it's like there's a pretty good chance that a strong person who can roll a 20 is going to knock them out in one hit. Mm-hmm. So we want to at least make it a little more difficult. Hopefully not too many one shots. Because, I mean, a 20 roll critical hit's pretty hard to roll. And that would just not be very fun if everybody was dying on one hit.
Yeah, no. You don't want to do it. That's. I mean, even if like you said, even if it's hard to roll a 20, and even if you do, no, then Robert's dead. So you can still one hit somebody. It's just 1 in 20 chance.
Yes.
You at least get Robert get a rebuttal in there if he doesn't get to go first. You know.
At least get one swipe in.
Yeah.
So for him, special attributes. What do we think here?
Okay, obviously, we know that he's a sailor. He's in a sailor's outfit. So
great with the water.
Yeah, I'm thinking swimmer. He at least gets like maybe some extra damage points or some extra health. I think a little extra health would be nice.
We do have some water realms where he may deal more damage or take less damage.
I kind of want him to have a little bit more health, honestly, if he's a heavy hitter already, he doesn't need any more, but he does need some defense. So but how much are we talking for, like, if you're
that's something I was going to say is what's our threshold here? If I'm going to be handing out giving health or adding attack bonuses, how high do we want to go? I've only been going to 2.
Well, I was going to go 5.
5's pretty big, though. Yeah. Maybe if it's giving... How about if it's giving health, we can go up to 5.
But the chances are very low that it's even going to happen. You said you're making 20 levels. Like, not...
That's true. Well, I mean,
maybe
be
3 will be water. You think?
Okay. We could do 3.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying maybe 3 of the levels you create will be water, which means that he has a 3 in 20 chance of getting a 5-point boost. And, like, who knows who he goes against? Like, I don't know. I guess you're right, but, like, I don't know. You want to give him a little advantage. Like, I mean, 2 is not enough. I was going to say 5 to 10, but, like, I think 10 is too generous.
That's way too much.
Yeah. 5? Here's my other thing. Is it across the board the same for every, like, attribute? So let's just say another person's a zombie and it's in a graveyard. Do they get 5, or do we adjust now? Is it going to be like 2 for Robert and then 5 for a zombie, or is it going to be like that's their attribute? You know what I mean?
I think it has a lot of like variants. That's kind of hard to really
Okay.
nail down. And some of these, some of these locations are much more extreme when it comes to the weather.
Okay, so let's compromise. Let's do 3. You said you liked 3. We'll give him 3 more health points.
Okay.
If it's water.
I will say right here in his notes, plus 3 health in water. All right.
So who's next?
Next one on our list, we got, so then it goes episode 4, the Watcher, New Jersey. That's a real person. We're not going to do that. Episode 5, Idaho's Jack the Ripper, Raymond Snowden. We are not going to do that because it's a real person. And then episodes 6 through 9, I don't have anything. Do you want to double check that on?
Oh, yeah.
Listing?
So Cropsy's
6
a
through
real
9.
person. People in cults are real. The Munchkins are real. PCP, prison bazookas, and lots of vomit. I don't remember. That's one with your wife. Yeah, it's about people getting. That's about Montana prisoners and yeah, I think that's Dr. Stubbins Firth. Yeah, he would like drink vomit and shit. The yellow fever. Oh my god, dude's nasty, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Big
so now we're
Lurch. Big Lurch. That was yours. He was on PCP and he ate that man, didn't he?
Yeah. Not adding that.
Yeah.
So episode 10, we have Bunny Man of Fairfax, who I do not remember.
Yes.
Is that a real person?
Yes.
Or is that a mythical thing that
No
one can actually prove? Like they caught him?
Nope. The Bunny Man is not. I mean, you could say it's a real person, but they've never. It's a person in a bunny costume wielding a hatchet/axe. So I feel like that is completely fair game. It is a lore. Yeah, I think that's totally fine.
Okay, we can add Bunny Man of Fairfax to the list.
Yes.
Bunny Man of Fairfax. And so
I feel like
health
he's pretty middle of the pack. I feel like he's a
Well, he's just a man though.
Yeah, he's a man. Well, we gave 20 health to a doll. Give him 30 health.
That's fair.
And then
that's a good point.
And then and then give him what's the die again?
6, 12, or 20.
Give him 12. He's a man.
Okay.
He's a man.
Sure.
He doesn't have any supernatural abilities besides the fact that he does have a hatchet and that he is insane, which some may say that is a supernatural ability, but he's smashing out car windows. He's chasing people. He's standing in tunnels and stuff. But what is his attribute? Because I know he's near like train tracks. I know farms. If it's a farm, that's kind of like bunnies, open fields, farm.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to highlight his little profile as one of the first to go if we need to cut numbers.
What's wrong with you? You just told me that we need more monsters. Now I pitched this monster and you want to fucking cut him already?
All right, that's fair. Attributes.
Why don't you like him? Look at me.
It could be a real person. It could be a real person.
Yeah.
I am looking at you. I know it doesn't look like I am, but I am looking at you.
But here's the thing. He never killed anybody. He never harmed anybody.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, the extent that he's done, he smashed out somebody's window with a hatchet and he chased a couple other people.
Okay.
Yeah, he never hurt anybody.
Afraid to kill.
He's Well, are you taunting a man with an axe? Are you Who says that? Oh, are you afraid to kill me? You're like, oh, that's like the guy where he's like, you gonna shoot me? Says the man who was shot.
Hey, you know what? I got an idea.
What?
He's attacking with a hatchet.
Yes.
Every successful hit, or no, after a successful hit, who he hits loses 1 health point every round. They're bleeding out.
Oh. Yes, but it is a bladed weapon. I like that. So if he lands a hit, but it only does it on his first hit, right? It doesn't.
Well, I was gonna say after each. So even if he misses the next round, it'll still do -1.
Yes. Fair. I like it.
Slashing. All right. So then the next one from this is the swamp monster Gowrow.
Oh, that's the. It's like
I'm gonna be honest. That was my story. I do not remember Gowrow that well.
So I think a Gowrow is kind of like it's like a big like crocodile kind of thing. How do you spell it again? Gowrow.
I believe it's Gowrow.
ROW.
Do you want to do the, or maybe RAOW?
Yeah, so this thing is like a spinied lizard with like a scorpion tail, big front fangs. It's kind of like if you made a dog lizard, a tiger lizard type looking thing. Here, I'll flip it around. Do you like? I remember you looking at that. Remember that?
Oh, okay, yeah, that tusk.
Yeah, this thing's got like a mace tail. It's got like tusks. It's got this thing is prehistoric.
That looks strong.
It looks very strong. It looks resilient.
You think like a 40 health on that, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
it looks armored.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely armored. One of these has it with wings. Most of them don't have wings, though. I'm going to exclude the wings for sure.
Yeah, no wings. So attack. I mean, this thing's is this a 20 die right here. Is this a big boy?
He's a big. Yeah, he's big.
He's a big boy.
It's a big reptile, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like if there's some monsters where I'm like, if I run into this thing, like this thing looks not only ferocious but strong, resilient. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm real
okay.
scared.
So he just has swamp powers. If he's fighting his swamp, he takes whatever the swamp thing is.
Yeah,
I don't have to add it in right now because a lot of my location things have the notes in it saying if they are good in swamp, they have plus this kind of thing.
Oh, so that's what we were talking about. So the location gives them the plus. So if it's water,
most of the time, yeah.
Okay, then we don't even have to assign the thing for Robert then, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think his attribute is the fact that he is in a swamp.
Okay. Special attribute, swamp boy. Put it in.
He's a swamp bitch.
Ooh.
Swamp bitch.
He gonna find you. So 11 none, 12 Germany's biggest serial killer. No. Dog boy. What was the dog boy?
Oh, where's
Gerald Bettis?
Where's that? 15?
13.
I know he threw his dad out a window. Because this episode's called "Stop Throwing Your Father Out the Dang Window."
We're not gonna do dog.
Oh,
boy.
this is where we talked about big mouth Billy Bass with the fillet of fish.
Fuck yeah! I got one above my dartboard in the garage. You know that, right?
What?
I got a big mouth Billy Bass, and I put it. It's above my dartboard.
Hey,
in
you
the
got
garage.
one?
Yeah, it was like $12.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this man.
I put a hook in his mouth.
Oh, you're so cool. You're fun uncle.
Little piercing. I'm a fun uncle.
This man is not a dog boy. I think he was ugly, and like they called him dog boy.
He's out of here.
He does not have any special attributes.
All right, so episode 14. This is a big one.
Oh, which one's this?
I don't know if you're comfortable with putting his life on the line.
Who is this? Frayne Salick? The man.
He's with you. He's with you right now.
This is the episode where we got Gary?
Yeah, episode 14 is when we got Gary the doll.
Okay, so Gary is maxed out for sure, correct?
Gary is the low of the low. He's a piece of meat in
No,
this game.
he's a hometown hero.
I know, but he's going to get slaughtered. So do we want him in there? I think we have to put him in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a Pokemon. Like, they just, like, they get down to, like, 1 health, and then you just bring them back, and then...
He's the Magikarp.
Yes, but what's his special attribute?
He can stand very still. He's really good at getting shot.
I was going to say...
Maybe his health is super high. No, he died.
He did die. He did it. He deaded it. He loves breakfast, if you remember.
I don't know if that helps. This might be the lowest bar. You know, the lowest bar could still win though.
Wait, you're actually going to give him the lowest of the low?
Why wouldn't I?
I guess you're right, but like,
we have to have some integrity here.
Then what's Chi-Chi get?
Lowest of the low.
Chi-Chi's more ferocious than him.
That's all attitude.
He's not actually strong. He's just he's panache only.
Basically.
Okay. Then what is Gary's one saving grace? If you're gonna give him the lowest of the low, can he have like an attribute that turns him into a god? If for some reason we land in his perfect backyard,
Like the woods.
can it be like a Denny's? He loves fucking breakfast. Like, is Denny's one of the levels? And if he gets the Denny's, like he turns into an absolute
All right.
god.
All right, how about this? We're going to go right here. Gary the doll.
Denny's technically is in the lore.
It is.
Denny's was in.
Health number.
He tried to cut off
It's
his
gonna be-
arm with that fucking knife in the Denny's.
His health number is 20.
Okay.
His attack die is 6.
I'm not happy about this.
I know you're not. If he is in a Denny's,
What does he bump up to? 40 on both.
he has to be one-shotted.
Oh, there's no 40 die. He has to.
No, he's got 20 health. No, that's too much. Only takes damage on even number rolls.
Okay. But does he get more? I kind of want to make him into a god a little bit more.
No, we can't play favorites.
I'm really not happy about this.
I know, but that's got to be the first. We got to have the integrity. We cannot be giving special treatment.
Fine.
I think the even number rolls is good.
Okay. That's fair. Fine, I'll take even number.
So episode 15, we talked about aliens.
No, he only gets damage on odd numbers. So if somebody fucking gets a 20, he doesn't get fucking one-shotted. And if they get a 19, he still has a fucking little sliver. Even odd numbers, he gets hurt.
Okay, that's fair. And that also makes it so he can take 1 damage.
Yes.
So 15 we talked about aliens, which is pretty broad. I don't think we have a way of really like narrowing that down, and I think we have other aliens we can put in here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
skip
think you
that.
should throw like a small gray in there, tall gray.
16 lizard people.
Okay.
How do we want to handle this?
So, David, you are. I don't even want to bring it up because I know this was.
Okay.
We talked off mic, or did we talk on mic about this? The controversy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The controversy that we're having internally about said lizard people and who we would like to represent for them. And I'm pro, and
No,
you're
I know where you're
anti.
going with this.
I know. I don't.
Because if we do this, she's gonna die. She's either gonna die before we get to the lizard people, or she's gonna die after, or
That's
she's
not
gonna
on
die
us.
the day the episode comes out.
Yes, okay, I killed her husband. Sure. That's fine. I'll take that responsibility. I cursed him on pod, and I said that I want Bob Barker to murder him, and he died the next day. Sure, I take that. I'll take that with me. But I'm also willing to risk her life to champion. And
That was our
by
that was
her,
our-
I am
I feel
referring to
like
the
that
Queen
was
of England. For those of you who don't know, Queen of England, because we're being very cryptic, who is a lizard person.
If they've listened this far, then they had to have listened to that episode, and they know exactly what we're talking
You're
about.
right, you're right. But there might be somebody who's a little confused. I've been on pods.
Yeah.
I've listened to pods. I'm like, I don't get this inside joke. So I just have to. So I'm pro. Are you anti?
I'm very anti because
Okay, then can we like make up a royal family member that doesn't exist? Like
Queen Lizzie, Lizzie the lizard.
like
Did we make that connection?
like Reginald
I'm sorry.
Plumberton, or like, somebody like that who is a member of the royal family, but if they are wiped off this face of this bracket, that we do not have bad karma coming towards us.
Sure.
So you could throw a Habsburg in there.
Habsburg.
You know who that is, right? The Habsburg chin. You did that episode where they're inbred with the fucking chin. And they all have the fucking pointy chin.
Habsburg in parentheses, lizard
Yeah,
person.
that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay. Johnny
Watch her
Habsburg.
Watch her die anyways. God damn it.
If she dies, we're putting her in. What? Did I say something?
That's too soon.
No, it's not too soon.
For
It
something that
didn't
hasn't
happen. Pay respects where they're due. What if she wins and we champion her?
All right.
Anyway,
I think
we'll move on.
I think with our lizard person, we got another all out. We've got a 40-20. Right? 40 health, 20 roll.
Yeah, lizard person strong. We can't give all the lizards just like the beefcakes, but yeah.
Just love them.
They're
love 'em.
strong, but yeah, I agree with that.
Special attributes.
They do run the world, you know.
They run the world.
Who runs the world? Lizards.
Lizard
Who runs the world? Lizards.
Lizard people. They run the world. But realistically, what do we want to give them here? Something that could actually play into this.
Oh, you mean in terms of like their special attribute, or?
Yeah, like something that will give them a bonus.
Oh. Oh shit.
How about minus 2 on attack if it's in a crowded area? Because they could be anyone.
Oh.
Because I have many locations where there will be people.
Okay. Well, maybe not. You said -2 on attack?
Yeah, so like if whoever's attacking him rolls a 5, then they only take 3 damage.
Oh no, I think we should add it to their damage that they're delving out, because like if they have power in numbers, you could just take like a sucker punch from the side from a lizard person.
Okay. Plus 2 on surprise crowded room.
Yeah, like slither and slash, and you're back in the crowd. Didn't
go.
even see him. Yeah, I think that works.
Alrighty. Let me just little paste right there. Next one, 17-0. 18 is the Japanese yokai and Norse monsters. So like I'm sure there's some winners in there. We don't have the list at the moment.
Yeah, there's some definite winners in there, but I have to go through and find my documents and
Yeah.
find out who's the cream of the crop in that one. I know there's like we got some fucking weird ones in there, like bathroom licking, dirty bathroom licking dudes.
Which we gotta get them in there. 19. This is a big one.
Oh, there's a dead Lou Bega in my chimney. This is when we were just naming it whatever the fuck we wanted.
I know.
This was a Christmas episode.
Krampus.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Damn.
I think this is another heavy hitter.
That is a heavy hitter. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit, I kind of don't.
40-20.
Well, I guess if we're matching, heavy hitters with heavy hitters, that's a big one. It is a big one.
Yeah,
But like, there are going to be
it's-
bigger ones in the beginning because we are going for like, that's top of mind. Like, grab the Bigfoot, grab the Krampus. But yeah, I think so. He's a bad boy.
Attributes. Snow attributes.
Of course,
right?
Snow. He's there.
All right, we're just gonna put snow.
Snow.
Alrighty. Next one, 17. I don't have anything on 17. What do you got over there?
Let me look down. I missed it. Episode 17?
Yeah.
No, that's the Ottoman. Those are real people. And then I think that was also the one where like the guy was like surviving like plane crashes or something like that. Where's this guy? Chris Gursky. Oh,
The Russian Superman?
crazy hand gliding Swiss mishap of Chris Gursky and how he survived a terrifying flight.
Yeah, no, I can't put him in there.
No,
All right.
And then, mine are like Ottoman people.
21. Spring-heeled Jack.
Oh yeah, he's good. I like him. So
I can't imagine he's super strong in the health department.
no, I think he's gonna be a very
Middle of the
Yeah,
road?
very middle of the road. I think he's gonna be a 30 health, and I think he's gonna be rolling that. What is it, 10?
12.
12. Yeah, I think he's rolling the 12 for sure.
Okay. And special attributes. Can't he jump or some shit like that?
He's a great jumper. He's a great jumper. He also spits blue flames out of his mouth, if that's more fun.
Okay. Fire advantage.
Yeah.
Because that makes more sense than being able to jump.
Blue
In
flame.
the name of the game. I did
Hello.
not add a trampoline world.
Hello,
so-
love. You got blue flame coming out your gob.
All
Your
right.
gob stopper.
22, nothing, right?
22. Lazy cannibals ate my wife. No. Oh, Sonny Bean. Sonny Bean clan.
No.
Dude, they're like rumored to be real.
Remind me on them.
The Sonny Bean clan is kind of what the Hills Have Eyes was kind of based on in a weird way, but they were an inbred group of Irish migrants or working class poor people. These couple ran off and they started having babies, like brother. They created a crew that like lived in this cave on the coast, and then they would rob and murder people on the side of the road. And they were just like a roaming band of cannibal / murderous inbred mutants.
It sounds messy. I don't want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it?
I don't want to touch it.
Okay. Yeah, that might be sensitive in Ireland. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I would love a good cannibal crew, dude. Come on.
23, Queen Elizabeth, and I have in my notes, no, we'd get murdered. Not doing her. 24, Outlaw Mummy Man of Oklahoma.
Oh, that.
Was that the one where the guy was stealing mummies and shit?
No, he was a fucking mummy. He died, and then they passed his body around until he ended up in Long Beach in like a carnival, and people were like, "Cool, fake mummy," and then they snapped his arm off, and they're like, "This is a real person." Was his name Elmer McCurdy?
I don't know, but that's a good name. That's a good name.
Wait, let me see. Bad burglar, better mummy. Wait, is that it? Yeah, yeah, Elmer
24.
McCurdy. How did I remember that?
Yeah, see, that's
My brain is fucked, man.
That's how this works. Is I don't remember anything, you remember everything. So
Yours was the faces in the floor in Italy. The
yeah.
the stains that look like faces.
Yeah.
Imagine fighting those. Just spill a glass of milk on the
punch them.
floor and you win. Bleach the floor.
they couldn't beat old Bessie the cow. 25, Gloria Ramirez, the toxic woman. I don't think so, because that's a real person.
I do like that though.
26 to 29, I have nothing for those.
Yeah, the effigy screaming. That's about Bohemian Grove, which I was just near. I just
Ooh.
went up there. I was like 30 minutes away from Bohemian Grove. Yeah, we could get like Alex Jones, who infiltrated. Except he's really...
Yeah, we could kill
Since
him. But then again, if he wins it all, that'd be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but he's also like facing a lot of defamatory lawsuits, and no one likes him anymore. He's not.
I don't think anybody ever actually liked him.
No,
did they?
but he was fun to make fun of, and now it's like, I don't even know if we should mention his name.
Yeah. So episode 30, we have the Axeman. Not gonna do that one because that was a lot of racism and bad times in Louisiana.
New Orleans, yeah.
Nolans.
Mhm.
31, none. 32, Tommy Knockers.
Yes. Little gnome boys. Is that what you call them? Gnomes?
Yeah. So I'm thinking this is going to be one of our ones that we're going to have multiple of them.
Yeah, this is a gang. This is at least 3.
High health, 40.
Okay, wait. Should we bunch in the next episode as well, since we're already here doing gangs? Okay.
We're talking about.
Well, we'll wait. 33 is the melon heads.
Yeah, I was saying 32.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, do we knock them both out right now, since we're like just talking gangs in
It'll
general?
be the same kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So for those of you who don't remember, Tommy Knockers are little gnomes that like live in the mines of, I don't remember where they are, but they live in mines, and they would like mine gold and shit like that, right? But they were evil?
Think so.
Were they evil?
No, weren't they? They would go and like steal the miners' tools and stuff.
Oh yeah, I think they're just little mischievous little bitches. But yeah, and then
Hey, you know what? Special attributes.
what?
They're fighting someone with a weapon.
They take the
Weapon's
weapon.
gone, so there's no more.
Oh.
Like if they're fighting the bunny man, that slashing thing is out.
That's true. But how many of our monsters are going to be using weapons?
That's just for us to find out.
Do they also get like a cave bonus? Do we have any cave levels?
Not as of now.
Okay.
I think that would be super exciting.
Okay. Well, yeah. I like the stealing of the weapon. That's good.
Disarming
But then, like,
ability.
does that just mean Bunny Man's punching now? Does that just mean like we disarm him for like
Well, I'm just gonna say because what we do with the bunny man, how it's any attack, it has bleeding damage.
Oh yeah.
So you lose health per round, and so then that won't affect the dice roll. He's still gonna be rolling the same dice, still doing the same damage, but there
You're
won't
right.
be the added thing.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I like that. That's good for them. And then melon heads. I don't really remember melon heads too much.
They're little like yellow, little like ferocious.
Oh wait, hold on. We didn't get into it.
Oh yeah.
So
their
with
health.
the gang mob type characters, we're gonna give them higher health because there's gonna be 3 of them. But
each have 10 health.
Oh yeah, I guess we should probably do 30, not 40,
Mm-hmm.
for math's sake. But for their attack, they're gonna be doing a 6 because typically the mobs are little weaklings like the Tommy Knockers. But they're gonna be rolling the 6 die 3 times for each one. Until if 1 dies, then you do it twice, and if 2 die, you only roll it once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the gang. That's the mob thing.
Okay. Is that gonna fall in the same idea for the melon heads?
Yes.
I think they're more. I think they're like
melonheads are
slightly
gang.
more ferocious, but I don't think there's anything in between a 6 and a 10.
No.
Should we give them?
Well, we're not playing with it. So
What do you mean?
there's every number of die. I got 100 die somewhere around here. Special attributes. What were they good at? What's the whole lemon head thing? Melon head thing?
You kept calling them lemon heads. I remember that.
It's funny that I'm still doing it because I love me some cherry heads. They got lemon heads. That's like their main one, but they
Yeah.
have other ones of other fruits, and they got some cherry heads. And those, you ever see those ones? Snatch those up because they are good.
So I'm looking at the melon heads. They're in Ohio, Michigan, Connecticut. They say that,
Sorry about that.
They say they just so I think they were yeah, they're just like fucking.
They just didn't do anything.
They just attacked people. Says children devised a plan to escape and kill the doctors that abuse them. So they're escaped mental patients who have hydrocephalus.
Oh no, we're not.
They're
doing
not
them.
real.
That's-
They're not real. They're not real.
But people have that disability.
But we already told the story.
No, we're not doing that. We're taking melon heads out.
What? Just because I said hydrocephalus?
Yeah, that's messed up. If someone has a relative that has that, they're gonna be pretty bummed out when we have them getting stomped out by Bigfoot.
Yeah, but their relative isn't a melon head or a lemon head or a cherry head.
Do we really? I feel like
Their
that's a
relative is
derogatory
Kevin.
term.
What?
I feel like this is like an offensive.
A cherry
term now.
head?
No, god damn.
Oh. A melon head?
That's got to be offensive.
Yeah, but that's not for them. They're
Yeah,
for the
boy.
melon heads. They're not. This is just like being like Hitler had a mustache. It didn't define him. The mustache didn't make him into a melon head.
It wasn't much of a mustache, little bitch.
I'm just
All right,
saying
fine.
these people happen to have this thing, but it's not the thing. They killed the doctors that were like I don't even want to read this anymore because you're fucking
Okay.
You're gonna backtrack.
All right.
You have a moral
All right.
compass. I don't.
All right, how about this? They're vicious, right?
Yeah.
Nothing stops them.
Yeah.
Special attributes, they take no
Shit from no one.
They take no
They killed the dog.
locational like benefits or negatives. Where they fight does not matter to them.
Okay. Maybe they could have like a water.
Why?
Hi-
Because they're melons?
Hydro.
Because they float?
Because they're hydro.
God damn. because their heads are full of liquid, right? That's why they're big.
You know what? I don't fully know.
Pretty sure that's what. I'm pretty sure that
Yes.
there's a leaking in there, and yeah.
Oh, David, now you're there's a leaking.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean you're right. Well, we all know that there's something having to do with liquid in there. So it's called hydrocephalitis. It's like hydro. It's like water. But like I'm not gonna sit here and be like I know what's leaking or what. Cerebrospinal fluid? Maybe I will guess. I don't know.
God. All right. Next one. We got a big hitter
I
here.
gotta look up this disease.
Episode 34, we've got the Skinwalkers.
Build up a fluid in the brain.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Skinwalkers. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a big boy. That's going to be a 40-20.
Yep. That's a heavy hitter right there. For sure.
Special attributes. I feel like this is going to be the same as lizard people, where in a crowded room they get +2.
Yeah, it's that you never really know who's around. Or I mean, they're shapeshifters. Usually into like wolves. So is there?
Well, historically, but they can do whatever the fuck they want.
How about this?
Populate and anything with like living things around, they get +2.
Well, I kind of like the whole idea of like an even number is like a wolf attack, an odd number is a human attack. But like not like like they get an extra point or something like that. You know what I mean?
So +2 if it's an even number.
Yes, because that's the
Okay.
wolf attack. So if they get a 4,
yeah.
or maybe we should do odd number.
Okay, how about
I
this?
don't know.
Now, even numbers are monster attack. Odd numbers are them attacking in the form that they're disguised in.
Huh?
So if they're disguised as your neighbor Jerry, his punch isn't going to hurt as much as a giant monster.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
So I'm going to say,
Oh, so they lose points if
Yeah.
it's an odd number, they lose 2 points, and if it's an even number, they gain 2 points.
yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I don't think it's neighbor Jerry. I think it is a shaman of some sort. That's usually how those skinwalkers
potatoes,
work.
potatoes.
I mean, but you can get turned into a skinwalker, I guess, technically. It's kind of like a werewolf type-esque thing, right?
There you go. I'm sure there is a neighbor Jerry who has been turned.
Yeah.
So who's the idiot now?
We know
It's you.
Jerry.
Yes, we do. Actually, we don't. It's not his name.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, love that for the Skinwalkers. That's fun.
Mhm.
Mix it up a little bit. Let's get a little kooky.
Mickey O'Rourke
Next-
in the next one?
Oh, you know who's in the next one?
No, I just remember that guy got shot through the balls.
Lack.
Lack.
Afinick.
What's that?
When I said, "Oh, you know who's next," 2 seconds ago, I was thinking of Geff the Talking Mongoose.
Oh, that's
I
not
don't
bad.
remember. I don't remember who Afnak is. Afanic.
Where? Wait, I'm gonna. Where is it?
So fucking stupid name.
Afink. Afink. Welsh.
A lake monster of Welsh
Ooh.
mythology described as a crocodile, beaver, or dwarf-like creature.
Oh my god, dude, we have
Sometimes
to
said
do
to be a
this.
demon.
No, we have to do this. You did this one. Look at this
yeah,
thing.
I know.
Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Look at
Look at that old English photo. Oh yeah, that's a beaver with a crocodile head.
That's a beaver with a crocodile head, and the beaver tail is still a beaver tail, but it's all now it has like reptilian scales on it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Oh my
with
god!
that-
Look at this one. It's so good. It's a beaver alligator.
you know, I'm gonna say based off the one photo.
Alligator.
Based off the one photo where we have the big old fat beaver body and the gator head, we've got a low defense, low health / high offense.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because beavers, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, of course, yeah, you have the reptilian skin, and you want to give us some points there, but like in reality, it's still a pudgy beaver body, right?
Oh, it just takes and blows.
Why is
Big target, big soft target.
man? I swear, some of these cryptids, like, people are getting like very. They're just drawing whatever the hell they want. This one is just like an Ewok. Look at this. You see that, dude?
Well, that's like a magic card.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
You dingus.
Well, yeah, but like it still says Afank.
All right. So health 20, attack 40.
Yeah.
No, I did that back. No, attack 20. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Health and attack both 20.
Yes.
'Cause it
Low
looks like
health,
a
high attack.
soft little thing. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Water.
Water swamp.
It has to be water. Yeah. Water swamp.
Water or swamp. I think it. Yeah.
Okay. Are they different?
Probably not.
You still get the points if you're in a water, like any
Yeah,
kind of.
fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
We make the rules here.
Fuck it.
Motherfucker. Alrighty. Next.
What number
one.
monster are we on?
Oh, I haven't really been numbering. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are on our 12th.
Okay. And what do we got next?
Next will be okay. So we got McSorley's Bar, Doppelgangers, which I feel like that's kind of lame.
Yeah,
We have so many.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's. I'll add them. We'll highlight them just for the sake.
Oh,
of
is this
having
like
enough.
a Ditto character? Dude,
So-
I like that.
So how about this? It can be a mob thing. Maybe.
I'm like, who smokes my cigars?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. But so they'll have the mob effect where it's 6 times 3, but it's more like 8 times 3 plus 2 for each one.
Wait, doppelgangers?
Because in the past we've been giving the shapeshifters the plus 2 for sneak attack.
Yeah, but doppelgangers they're not shapeshifters.
Oh, that's true.
A doppelganger
I mean,
is-
they kind of are, but for one person.
Yeah, that's
you know?
that's why I think it should be like a Ditto character where it literally just I think it should
I see what you're saying. Copies.
it copies
so
whatever it's fighting, but
just a fist fight.
but maybe a little weaker. I don't want to do it, or should we do the exact same and just see who bangs it out?
Maybe okay. How about this? They have the same stats as who they're fighting, but they don't have any added attributes.
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
Ditto. Let's see what I did there.
Copies. Opponent. If I can spell opponent.
Doppelganger. I'm doing Scottish, but I'm trying to do German.
It's good.
Doppelganger. I am Werner
Alright.
Herzog.
Oh.
Ooh, can he be one?
No, that's a real person.
Yeah, he good though. He gonna win it all.
Oh, I dropped my notebook.
What's this one? What is this one? This next one, episode 38. I left my glass sandwich on Snake Island. I don't remember this.
That was an island with all the snakes on it.
Dude. Yes, but do you know who this episode's about?
No.
Dude, should we?
See, that's why
It's
I
a
have
person.
you reading along
It's
with
a
that.
person.
Who?
Mike the Durable.
Nah. We can't have real people in here.
Oh,
It's not-
give him 50 health and no attack.
So he's just taking shots.
Do it.
No.
Can we put that on like the back burner, just as like if we need another one? You know.
He's a real person.
Yeah, but like
we're gonna give him the 4 die, the 3 die, the 4 die.
it's weird because like I don't know. Yeah, maybe just something.
No, it's a person. We can't do that. Can't do it. Off the table.
Oh,
right.
Mike. Wait, is he not allowed to redeem himself?
Now,
You bitch.
so 39 Blackbeard. I feel like this is kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean Blackbeard. We already know he's a
Blackbeard's very cool.
he's a real person.
debatably, but real enough to say no. And it just wouldn't be that cool. Number 40. This is the big boy. This is who we've all been waiting for.
Is this not Sasquatch, or is this Poop Squatch? I don't remember what this episode was about. Is this? Well, there's so many different variations of the Sasquatch that I'm like.
Is it a different? I see in my notes I just have Bigfoot.
Oh no, we talked about
Sasquatch.
poop in this episode. That's why.
Yeah,
Poop
so I think it's
warfare,
just
poop
Bigfoot.
crime, poop survival. Yeah, and then you talk about Bigfoot. Yeah,
Yep.
so Bigfoot,
Health number
dude,
40,
the highest of the high.
20.
Yeah.
Um.
Then we got to rank all these later, and then we got to match them up. So
Yeah.
okay.
So, well, I was thinking too, if we wanted, we could find like a website where we could just type all of them in and just hit generate. If we wanted to get real lazy about it, but we don't have
We'll
to.
think about it.
So special attributes, we got to give our boy something here. Since he's so well hidden, he only takes damage from even numbers.
Or do you want to give him some offensive thing? I was thinking, I kind of want to use those feet.
Unless you watch that documentary about Bigfoot like murdering pot farmers.
I did watch that. Murder Mountain?
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I think he's more of he is strong as shit. He could rip a person in half. But I feel like we should give him the elusiveness. I feel like he should only take damage from odd numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's gonna make him too strong.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, dude, you want this guy to win, because I was like, if he's fighting like Krampus just gets like a snow advantage, but if he doesn't end up in the snow, he has no advantage anymore.
Yeah. What could we do? I mean, like, it is Bigfoot though. Like, he's like top dog. Like, we have to give him something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We can always circle back.
Yeah, let's think about him.
If we think of something.
I don't want to do him dirty.
All right. I'm gonna highlight him so we remember to go back to him. By the way, I am doing this on our email, like Google Doc thing. So
I have access.
you have access. Yeah.
Cool.
41-0. 42, Peter Stump the werewolf. I don't think that's a good one.
No, that was a real man who murdered children, I believe, or something. No, he had a belt. He had a belt that turned him into a werewolf or something, but still a real person.
Yeah.
So,
43, this is a fun note I took. Bulletproof vest to aliens, 10-foot long Komodo dragons eating little people.
Oh, shit.
That was the one we did with Barlow.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a...
This has to be the worst titled episode that we've ever had. Canalians kissing your back face and riding your pygmy elephants.
I mean, that's an attention grabber for sure.
Canalians, because you're trying to be Canadian aliens. Imagine somebody just like getting that on their fucking podcast app. I mean, like, Canalians kissing your back face. And that was about the guy who had the face growing out of the back of his head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
44, I have nothing for 44 and 45. You want to double check that?
44, I think, was like the guy that got his fucking head cut off on the bus.
Oh, yeah, that was not good.
Jack Ketch. Oh, that was the bad executioner. He was like hacking into people's shoulders by accident.
He was bad aim, not doing that.
Yeah, no. Real person, too.
46, the cursed crone statue. It's a fucking statue.
Oh,
Not doing that.
What about this clown that swung the child around?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, okay. That's yeeted by a clown. Old Dirty Bastards in that one, too. Do him.
47, Monster of Klamath. I don't remember that.
You don't know? You remember the Monster of Glams? That's the Frog Boy. He's the Frog Boy.
Did my auto
So
Glams?
So he
Did my auto...
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what
it's
happened was
pronounced
my
Glams.
computer auto-corrected it to something different.
Yeah. No. So the monster of Glamis was the frog boy that.
Who, like, hid in the walls.
Yes.
Okay.
I love him.
Yeah, not doing that.
What?
He's great. Not doing it.
What?
It was a deformed child that they hid in walls of a castle.
Dude, it doesn't even. There's no proof of anything.
Still like
dude,
child neglect.
Child neglect. This was not this. No one came out half frog, David. No one.
All right, fine.
They didn't even
Fine.
find any frog bones in that fucking thing. I love this.
Monster-
I love
Monster
a frog boy.
Glamis. Health number low because it's a
Yes.
child.
It's not a child.
20.
It grew
Okay,
up.
not child. Okay.
It was once a child, like we all were.
Attack.
Hitler
pretty
was
low,
a
right?
child. Why do I keep bringing up Hitler? Why are you making me do this?
He had no attacking ability, correct?
He could. Ooh, did he kill anybody? No, I think they just hit him from the world.
Yeah. So that's a 6.
This guy's just a
But-
fucking. Oh, so you're gonna let a child die? You're gonna let this child die? Now I'm flipping
So-
it. Now I'm flipping it back on you.
We're gonna give him the same kind of thing, as I feel like since he was so good at hiding in walls, if any walls are around, he can't take damage on even numbers.
Okay. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of trap doors in that castle. A lot of like spike pits and stuff like that. Do you think that we can maybe he could get a little help from?
Nah,
Okay.
I don't give a shit about this little frog boy.
Fuck off.
Okay, next one. Here we go. This is the boy I was thinking of earlier.
Geff.
Geff the mongoose.
Oh, you think Geff's gonna be a heavy hitter? He's gonna be low.
as just a piece of meat out there.
Yeah, him and Frog Boy can fight. That's a good battle.
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
like featherweight? Are we gonna have like featherweight champion and like heavyweight champion? Do we have to break them into
No.
categories?
No, the way this works is the number one fights the lowest one.
Oh God, that is not even how that works, is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! This is gonna stomp. The whole first round is gonna be like these creatures just stomping
Bloodbath.
out another creature.
I'm really hoping for like a good
Like Geff just
Dark
like
horse.
Geff takes out fucking Sasquatch
Yeah.
somehow.
Be great.
Okay, but what's his ability? He's a talker. He's talking. He do be talking.
You know, I can't think of anything for him. He's just a talking mongoose.
He is a talking mongoose. Maybe. Fuck. It's difficult to think of what this mongoose. I mean, he did hide. He lived in the walls, but like now we're getting back into Glamis territory of being like he's in the walls, he's elusive, but I want to give him like a little bit of like a talking ability, you know?
What would that incline?
Maybe he can throw his voice. I think he was a voice. I think he could throw his voice. So maybe like he causes confusion under certain circumstances. We could come back.
He distracts them, which makes his odd roll attacks double.
Because he's so odd.
That means the highest he can do is a 10.
Do it. Love it.
Okay. This is, like I said, this is our spinning wheel of clay. We do whatever the fuck we want here. Distraction, odd number, attacks, doubled. Because he's odd, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
49. I think you mentioned this one earlier.
Puckwudgie.
Yep. The Puckwudgie. So that he's kind of fallen. They're also pretty helpless. They throw pine cones, dog.
Yeah, but they could be spiky. Well, this is gonna be another. What do you call it? Like mob, right?
Oh, I thought they only roll in ones. Do they?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. This might just be another piece of meat out there.
Yeah, but
to
like we
slaughter.
need some pieces of meat.
We do. Realistically, we do.
Maybe you could bump them up a little bit. Maybe some like
Mid health, low attack.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So 30 and 6. Special attributes.
Oh,
Let's
the
just
pine
do
cone.
Woods.
Okay, woods.
So whatever woodland benefits they get, he gets.
Okay. Winchester Mystery House.
Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp.
Oh yeah.
Don't remember. You want to Google that real quick while I'm typing this?
Yeah. I just remember that motherfucker yeeted dogs at cars.
I believe it's a coyote. Because in parentheses I have coyote yeet.
Yeah. I mean, what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Swampland. Yeah. He. I technically don't know if he's like violent or not. I don't think he's like too violent.
You want to give him 30 health?
He's kind of a mid. He's kind of a mid guy too. Like of
Yeah.
course, like I think he.
30 12.
Yeah, he killed some dogs with cars, but yeah. Oh, the blood traces. What is this?
+2 if automobiles are around.
Yeah, law enforcement officials speculated the sightings were likely to have been caused by a bear. What the fuck? Yeah, I think he's like right in the middle. He's a middle champion. He needs a car to do this heavy lifting for him.
So +2 if vehicles are around.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I jumped over to 53. I think we got somebody over here. Yes.
All right. 53 Flatwood Monster.
Yeah, that's who I have too. So I remember this guy had like a green haze that could like, it was his fart. He had a big fart.
He wasn't necessarily like a beefcake though, right?
No, he actually looks like a lady in a dress.
Pretty frail.
Look at
Yeah.
that's a not saying lady in a dress can't kick my ass. I'm just saying he not a beefcake. He might be a beefcake. He's just not a very shapely dress, you know.
30 health.
I like a 30 health. He seems pretty powerful because he is an alien. It's our first alien, and I want to give him. They're much smarter than us, right?
Yeah.
So I want to give him a little bit of this recognition.
Okay. So attack die 20.
Yes, I agree.
Special attributes. Science.
I want what?
It can come in.
I want a fart.
I think we should just say science.
I just think I think the fart cloud. I think fighting him. I think every single attack is kind of like with that, like similar to the knife, where they're surrounded by this cloud, so they're gonna lose 1 health every single time because he has a fart cloud. Boy, have a fart cloud. Got a green haze.
Poison.
Yeah, poison damage. Let me know when we get to, what are we trying to do, 30?
Oh, I haven't been numbering it.
No, I know, but like, are we trying to, what's our bracket again? Because we want to do half tonight, correct?
I was doing half the episodes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Ooh.
Half vampire, half zombie Chinese monster. Jiang Shi.
Where's that?
55.
Oh, we're not doing this man on 54?
No.
That guy didn't do shit.
He just stood there.
Yeah, he just watched you. Zhang Ji? Oh, there it is, Zhang Ji. Okay, I'm Googling Zhang Ji. I mean, well, your description sounded very cool.
Yeah, half zombie, half
Oh,
vampire.
this is the guy who had the letter on his forehead. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's fucking terrifying. Look how scary this motherfucker is.
I don't like it.
No, he's scary. It's a vampire. He's gonna be high. He's gonna be a. Let's go. Oh shit.
I think he's 40 health.
Yeah, 40 health. Just to like not make him so crazy, should we just give him that 12 die?
Yeah.
Because he does have limitations with this. I remember there's something up with that letter on his forehead.
Yeah.
What's up with that? He is a reanimated corpse too. Don't forget it. He's already dead.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a zombie.
Yeah.
You can't just be super strong if you're a corpse. Yeah. Okay.
Special attributes.
What? He has fungus or mold growing on him.
All right, special attributes. Let's just put paranormal.
Yeah. Oh, is that a map?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it says Zhangji are depicted in popular culture to have a paper talisman with a sealing spell attached onto and hanging off the forehead in portrait orientation, and wear a uniform coat-like robe and round top, tall-rimmed hat characteristic of a Mandarin Chinese official in the Qin dynasty. Wow. He got a talisman on his forehead.
Next one.
Hacking pops and stacking rocks. Lizzie Borden?
Yeah, no.
Can't
We're going to
do
do
her.
Yara Ma Yahoo.
Who's that?
I think that was the Australian thing.
Yara might. Wait, what episode is this?
That would be 58.
58. Yarama Yahoo. Wait, what is this? What is this thing?
It is a legendary creature found in Australian Aboriginal mythology. According to the legend, the creature resembles a little red frog-like man with a very big head, a large mouth, and no teeth, and suckers on the end of its feet. I believe it's a thing that it like jumps out of the tree and would swallow kids and turn them into
Oh yeah, this
Yaramahya.
dude. This thing doesn't have teeth. I think it can.
Yeah.
I think it can swallow you technically, but this thing is not doing much damage. I think
No.
low health. Maybe we give him medium. Give him a 12
Okay.
because he does have the element of surprise. He can swallow you whole. What's a picture of Mike Wazowski amongst all these?
It kind of looks like one. I'm gonna say, like, woods.
Yeah,
Gets wood
because he needs a tree. He needs to hide in a tree. They're
Yeah.
element of surprise for sure.
So episode 59, a skunk ape.
Oh, the skunk ape. Okay, wait, skunk ape. This thing was This thing is Sasquatch's brother, basically.
Yeah.
What are we saying? Are we saying almost exactly the same attributes, or
Yeah, but
maybe-
instead of woods, he's swamp
okay,
ability.
okay, yeah, I like that. I'll do that. I like that. I'll do that. I like that.
Episode 60, we have demons you would meet in hell, so different demons. So we could circle back to that.
Yeah,
eventually.
I know that there's at least one demon I probably need to pull from there.
Boy, we had a real spell here of nothing. 76, we have Japanese monsters, which if we need, we can pull some of those. 81, we have.
Wait, what about
Taku.
the pig man?
I assume that that's just a man.
I'm trying to remember now. The pig man.
Sam Harris.
Yes, but I think it was like. Let me see. Sam Harris, the Northfield pig man. is the legend of a boy at 17 that went missing. This is a legend, by the way, not a real missing boy. But he's like a cannibalistic Bigfoot, it says. Urban legend that he like killed a bunch of kids in like a cave at Devil's Wash Bowl. Rumor has it he lies with the pigs and is also known for bestiality, spawning half man, half pig offspring. Oh yes.
All right.
I like it.
Pigman.
I like it.
I'm the pig man.
I am Pigman. Does he have a weapon?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Health number 30. Attack die 12.
I kind of want to. Yeah. We'll give him middle of the pack. Because he is a man.
He's just fucking pigs.
He is fucking pigs. Do you think he'd be stronger?
Oh, it takes a strong man to take a pig down.
I mean, hell, I don't. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that.
No.
There's been too many times I backed myself in a corner when pig fucking's brought up, and I just can't get out of it. It's just horrible.
You've already done enough.
You know, pig can orgasm for like 30 minutes.
Yes.
You did know that.
Well, now that you said, I do remember hearing that once.
Heard that once. Searched it once, probably.
Sure.
Searched it many times, probably.
So, what are we special attributes?
That guy can fuck a pig.
All right.
No,
I'm putting that down. He's not getting anything else.
What? That's
all he's
I actually
getting.
kind of like that. Do we have any pigs that like are like he's fighting up against? Any pigs?
I don't think so.
That beaver's close.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that
is.
sounded bad.
So we've got Taku He from South Dakota, which is, I believe that was the trench coat wearing, top hat wearing Bigfoot.
Okay, yeah, we could tell that these are all. Yeah, I think you're right. That is. Which one is that?
81.
81. Bigfoot hats. Yeah. What the fuck is this? What is
We have too many Bigfoots.
You chose them all.
I know, but I didn't think we were going to be doing this, a year ago.
Oh shit, what about Bloody Mary?
Hold on.
You jumped
Slow
over
down.
it.
We're talking. Really, Bloody Mary?
Okay, we don't have to.
It's a ghost in a mirror that you have to summon. I just don't feel like that plays into this.
Okay, we could put that on the back burner. That's fine.
Okay. But back to Takuhi.
Takuhi.
Let's look it up real quick. Takuhi.
Where's the
Oh.
Bigfoot hats?
We've got a movie from 2017 that has 1 out of 10 stars.
Probably good. Well, I mean, it is Bigfoot wearing like a top hat. Like, I don't know how you could make anything less scary.
Yeah.
You just put a top hat on it. It's not scary anymore. Except if you're a very tall man.
Yeah.
That usually does the trick. Makes you a little bit taller. Real scary. I think.
I just don't want to do another like 40-20.
Yeah. Let's make him a little fucking incel. You can't be rocking a
middle
top
ground?
hat and expect.
Just middle. Put him right in the middle, huh?
I think low. I think
30-12.
No, I think
36.
real low. I think 20, 26. I think it's fun because he's a big coward bitch.
Okay.
Wears a top
He's trying
hat.
to hide himself.
Yeah, he's wearing a top hat. I don't even think he attacked anybody. I think he literally walked around in a top hat.
I'm gonna say -1
give him
attack. -1 attack if around.
If it's a
people.
female.
Around people.
Okay.
83 leprechauns.
Okay. Are we doing that?
Why not?
Okay. I'm doing leprechaun. Leprechaun's middle of the pack for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him a middle of the pack. But what's his attribute? What we got here?
If people are around, he can distract and he takes.
You just did the
less
people
damage.
are around thing with Takuhi.
But he's throwing gold around, and so people are like crowding his area. So like,
how about if he throws a lucky 7, a lucky 13?
Instant kill. A 7 is an instant kill.
What?
13's instant death. 7 is instant kill.
Well, I like the idea. I like the idea where you had he's throwing gold, and I want him to create a human barrier of people. Like he can block the next attack by throwing gold, and all the people rush in there, and then he can't attack because there's a crowd of people.
Then we do odd number attacks are blocked.
Well, no, I don't want to do even that. I think it's like I don't know, maybe like 5, 10, 15.
How about every other attack is blocked?
You think that's too powerful?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, how about
unless we take his health down to 20.
What about 1, 7, or 13? If he rolls a 1, 7, or a 13. Because aren't those like lucky and unlucky numbers? I don't know about 1, but I just need to balance that out a little bit.
Yeah.
1, 7, or 13, he blocks. He throws up a block.
Well, the only problem is his attack dies at 12, so he's not rolling a 13.
Ah, fuck. You do 1, 7, 12. Just give him 2. Just give him 2. Just give him 1 and 7.
All right.
1 and 7. Because lucky number 7. And he's lucky. I'm lucky. You feeling lucky, punk? Oh my god, they should make a Clint Eastwood remake with a leprechaun. Dirty Harry? Which one was that? I never watched any of those.
We're at the end of the list.
Okay. I'm tired.
Me too. You need to get off work earlier.
Yeah, well, I gotta fucking drive at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, yours is a forklift, though.
Alrighty. So, yeah. That's the end for tonight. Oh, wait. No, I don't need my notebook.
Oh, is that it? Is that the last monster?
For tonight,
okay.
Yeah. So I think depending on where we end on the next one, then if we need, we'll do a third one, adding in new ones that we haven't covered, and we will do little quick bios on them.
Yeah, and you have to give us your level, your map. What's our one map we're getting out of 20
So
maps?
This is the one I told you earlier, which is if we roll a certain number, it will take place in the Boston Molasses Flood, which we covered. And with that, all foot-based monsters do -2 attack because they're slow and being lunged down. So that means if you roll a 10, you'll do an 8. And winged monsters will be unharmed and get a +1 attack.
Okay.
Well, I don't mean unharmed. I mean like they don't take anything negative.
They're not
they
sludged
have
down.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't remember, the Great Molasses Flood in Boston is when the big molasses tanker on top of that building fell down, crashed into the street, and literally killed horses and people and all that shit. They were literally drowning in syrup.
Yep.
Crazy. And then the whole town smelled like sweet molasses for like months or years. I forget what it was, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. That's it for us.
So that's it. We got, how many? 30 monsters? 33? 30 something?
Yeah, we probably got like 30 something. I didn't count.
So we got
I should have
30. We're going to go back, maybe hone in on some of these, maybe add some, rethink these. This was kind of like a test run for us. Like you said, we've never done anything like this, so we're just kind of like messing around. This was a very like free thought idea, running, stream of consciousness type episode. So thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate it. We hope that you guys are going to like our final product. Like I said, we don't know what we're doing. It's an experiment. Should be fun. We hope you guys have fun with it too. And we will be coming back very shortly with another. I mean, we might even do this again like just next week just to like speed up the process.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
So
I think since we don't have to devote too much time like doing writing and stuff, like I think we could do
I think
this
we're going to
weekly.
record next week and just release it. So yeah, it should be totally fine, and we'll speed this shindig up and keep you guys entertained hopefully for the next couple weeks. And we'll have a big David, what is it called?
Monsters of the Camp Mash.
There we go.
Working title.
And if you guys want any more information, go to Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. If you guys want to send us anything, you send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us at our Instagram, which I just mentioned, Camp Strange Podcast. Like any non-human creatures that we might have missed that have some very good attributes that you think we could capitalize on would be great. And yeah, like I said, we only went up to 88, so we still do have more on the way. So try to look at the first 88 if you see anything missing, and then we'll take it from there. Anyway, thank you guys so much once again. We love doing this, and we love when you stick around. And David, do you have anything to say before we officially get the heck out of here?
No.
He tired, boy. And don't forget to stay strange.